All right, guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. And on this specific video, we're going to show you guys how to make YouTube thumbnails or just thumbnails in general for even school to community. And I'm going to show you guys the easiest way possible how to do it. And yeah, this is kind of like an essential like things you need to know while you're in the info space, whether you're a coach, entrepreneur, mentor, or someone that's in the info product space or services. You make a lot of YouTube content, and YouTube is a very powerful engine to grow your business. So yeah, so a lot of my clients they always ask like for me to help them make thumbnails, stuff like that. So I'm gonna put all the sauce I know here, and I'm be sharing this with a lot of people as well. And if you guys know anyone that needs something like this, go ahead and share this to them. So without further ado, let's get to it. So we got a thumbnail right here, and the app that I use, or the software that I use for this is Canva. So if you don't know what Canva is, this is my Canva right here. Canva is the best in terms of like simplified design for like business professional. A lot of time, like more high level creatives they or high level creators they use like Photoshop, Illustrator, all kinds of other like more professional design. But for me, I want to focus more on my business, which is videos. And I want to focus more on growing the business and making more sales. And I'm sure you want the same too if you're a business professional. So with tools like Canva, it takes a very complicated process and makes it very simple and templated. That way you can get the most out of your time when you're scaling and growing your business. You want to, not be doing this all day, right? So the three templates that I have here. So it's pretty cool. Let me see if I can pull it up over here. But yeah, so it's like, just basically like a how-to video template like this. This would be like a how-to video template. This would be like more a podcast. So you can, you know, make podcast thumbnails. A lot of people, they grow very fast on social media with podcasts because it's a more raw and authentic way to make content. So you got that right there. And then yes, and I do have a podcast too. That's my podcast. And then this is like you can see it's like not the right size, but it's also a thumbnail as well. And this is for my school community. Let me check out my school community. I'll show you guys what it looked like right here. School. So I do have a school community if you guys are interested too as well. And I use these thumbnails for like if you don't know who I am, or you found our school, then you kind of see like within three pictures, what we do, and some testimonials, some videos, stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. And I use the thumbnail for within my school community for courses too as well, and the how-to video. So that's pretty sick on its own. All right, so let's get to it. Right, let me pull up the design over here. This tab, this camera. Oh, this is so sick. Yeah, so the software I'm using for this is Loom, and it's like so cool. You can see the stuff moving around as we go. All right, so let's see. Let's just start from scratch. Okay, so let's say I want to build a thumbnail, right, for let's just say a podcast that I'm doing. So I would need two pictures. So a picture of the person that you're interviewing and a picture of you, right? Or if you're editing for somebody else, it's basically two people. So we're gonna go and look. They already have options in Canva for all things, even websites, um, and they have some cool templates you can use, right? So I always just use YouTube thumbnail right here. And the cool thing is, a lot of time they already have really cool suggestion on like really cool thumbnails for YouTube, and they kind of have it templated, so it's a lot easier for you to create a cool thumbnail. So for me, let's say we're creating a podcast one right now. Let's create a podcast one. So podcasts, and yes, you can do three people podcast too as well. So let's pick a cool one, right? Boom. So if you let's just if we're gonna simplify like the design process. It's basically just stacks of pictures and graphics. You can see each of the layers right here, right? So check that out. That's pretty sick right there, right? So if I want to make a podcast thumbnail, the only thing I really need for this one is like if you have your own logo, you can throw your own logo on here. But if you don't have a logo, don't worry about it. But yeah, you see, you put your podcast name, number, episode with who it is, and you can just throw in the pictures. So let me just give you samples. Say I have a bunch of design over here. Let me just pick. Let's just say do. Okay, so right here. So let's say Justin. Here, let me pick Keith. Okay, Keith. You see how this works right here, right? Okay, so we're gonna go here, draw that. Make sure you size him up properly, right? Move this bubble over here, and let's see. We're going to put him. See how it's just stacking? Okay, so I'm gonna stack him where the picture of that lady is, right? Okay, so now you can tell that it might be too big for this design, so you just have to minimize the picture. Super simple, right? Because there's a template, right? You see that right there? Boom, it's perfect. And then, yeah, Justin already interviewed. So this is Justin right here. So he'd already interviewed Keith before, but I'm just gonna make this just for fun right here. Justin is one of the podcast hosts from our studio. He hosts a lot of podcasts out of our studio. All right, so get that right there. Okay, and he is right here. All right, as you can tell, the picture is bigger than the template, so you just got to pull it back a little bit just to resize and cut up the picture. But yeah, see, that's a pretty decent podcast design right here. I always use a template, is especially if I'm doing volume. So you can see, let me see. Yeah, so you can see my template right here, right? So it makes a simple system where I can create a lot of podcast thumbnails very fast. And I'm still a lot of time a one man show in my business, so um, it makes it simplify, right? So that's right there. So that's the YouTube thumbnail. So let's just design another one just for fun. So let's just say like I always want to search up designs, right? So if you find a design that you like, just rock with it. Change out the text as you go, and keep going forward. Let me see. This one's pretty funny, actually. So you can see, right? Okay, so it's the guy right there, and whatever that you could change these texts too, right? So like testing, haha, oh, right? So you can move these stuff around. These are all just icons, right? So if I put a picture of myself, let me find a picture of me. I don't know, whatever this one is. It's loading. So that one of the most useful tool I have is the remove background in this app. So you can see I'm gonna remove the background. It's pretty sick. It's actually a really good AI in there. So so believe it or not, it's actually not bad, right? And everyone does it a little bit differently, but if you can have control of the thumbnail process, you could scale a lot easier and get your YouTube video out faster. And so if you think of Canva as layers, you can see, okay, this design, right? It's a bunch of layers, right? So you can move it up and down, and the way you stack it is the way it's going to look, right? So um, if I have like myself, uh, look, I'm gonna show you. If I have the dot above me, then I'm gonna look weird. Let me see. Oh no, it's way back there. Never mind. let's say the money, right? Let's say the money, and if it's not behind me properly and it's on top of me, then look, it's gonna look like it's in my face, you know. So it's just like a stack of like cards. So think of like a when you're doing arts and craft, it's just layers when you're using Canva. So this is one of my favorite design tool, and I could crank out a lot of designs very fast with this. Um, and it helps a lot in terms of scaling because you want to be scaling. And yeah, you can see some of our other, design for our school community, testimonials, stuff like that. Our new legacy podcast. So if you guys ever want to be on a podcast, tell your story, promote your brand, promote your business, let me know. And let me see. And there's a bunch of other YouTube video I have coming up. And see, I kind of cap the design and make the thing just kind of the same, and then just change out the pictures to make it look cool. So I keep it super simple, but a lot of people, they like to make it more complicated. It doesn't have to be. I would say focus more on revenue generating activity than perfect design, because then when you grow, your team can actually help you make it a lot better. So I'm in that process right now. But let me show you guys something cool. So one of my favorite like effects that I use on this app is actually this effect right here. It's just like text. It's like if you want to make a super simple YouTube thumbnails, right? I'm gonna make a super simple one right here for you. Move this over. So right here is your background removal. Right here is your edit, so you can edit the pictures. There's a bunch of ways to edit the pictures. One of the things I usually do is just brighten it up a little bit, right? And I would make a copy of this picture and then paste it on top of itself, right? So right here, so there's actually two stack, right? Two stack of the same thing. So if I go here, see, it's two stack of the same thing, and I would remove the background of one of them. So we're just usually the top one. All right, so now you see there's two of me, right? But this is a trick I do and a lot of YouTube people do to make simple design look sophisticated. So that's my picture right there. And I usually make the front picture even brighter, so it kind of creates a glow effect to it. And then when I add text, you can add whatever text you want. Make sure it's like a hook to have people come to want to click on your video. But yeah, this is like kind of like the design I've been cooking up, or I've been using a lot of these actually. So, and this is like pretty much all the sauce that I'm sharing with you here. That's what I use to make a bunch of money doing content for other people. So you see how like, okay, so like it doesn't look that good because my face is being covered right there. So I just stack it. All right, move this right here. Maybe I'll make this bubble smaller. Okay. All right. So I just stack it, and then I put the text right behind me, right there. That's sick right there. And then this picture is too big, so I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. So you could look at that. Look at that. Oh my god, it looks like it's coming out of the thing. Okay. And then I'm gonna add some effect on this um, text right here. It's called a lift. So I like to put some shadow behind it. You see how it's more popping? Are you seeing now? It's like way better, right? Okay, so hold on. Um, and then usually I put like a fade. So one of my favorite like design is fade from Canva. So I don't like that one that much. Let's say this one. Okay, cool. So I use this one right here, just like that, to give it that vignette look. Right, so I just make it bigger. Watch, it doesn't look that good right now, but it's about to look really, really good. Right there. And then Right. You see how much more it pops. Some people they like another caption at the bottom too, so I just copy that, paste, turn that around right there, and put it right under. So it's so I'm still kind of floating, and then I just need to do another caption or something. Whether it's that's let me just put like marketing. I don't know. I'm just doing a sample text right here, but you get the idea, right? You can do some YouTube bold claim or whatever you want to do, but it looks pretty decent, right? It looks like you're kind of sandwiched like in there. Some people they want to go crazy and they want to put like so that's a clean professional style, but some people they go crazy and just I don't know add like fire to it or whatever. So if I can add some fire to it, oh there we go. Look at that, right? I don't know fire. What do you do here? You just remove background. Boom. All right, guys, we have a pretty interesting design here. So, yeah, congratulations. You're pretty much at the end of the video. So, you guys have any more requests? Yeah, put it in the comments or feel free to reach out to me. It's going to be the link in the description. You can book a call with me, consultation if you need help with video content, sales funnel, stuff like that. The next video we're going to do is how to build a sales funnel. So, check that out if you're using Go High Level. We use specifically Go High Level because it's the best like all-in-one tool solution for CRM, website, webinar, um, service and info product online. It's like the best because it has every tools that you need for digital marketing, online marketing in one place. You cannot beat it. So you guys need help with that? Let me know. My link's in the description, and I'm here to help as much as I can. And if you guys want to put in some requests for some video, feel free to reach out to me too as well. Appreciate you for your time.